My name is Pragyan. Sometimes when I look at the world, I see there is so much bad going around. I feel, why does God just sit and do nothing about it? It actually makes me wonder if God actually exists at all.
Pragyan, your question is a very common one. People see suffering in this world, they see suffering as a reality. And then they wonder that if there is a God, why doesn't He finish the suffering that exists in the world? First of all, there is a definition of God that is universally accepted, that He is all knowing, He is all powerful. So, if He is all knowing, is He not aware of our sufferings? And if He is aware, then He is all powerful. Doesn't He have the ability to finish our sufferings? In fact, the recent flooding that took place in Uttarakhand, it converted many people into disbelievers and atheists. I met so many people who said, my belief in God has been shaken. If there is a God, why did He permit this to happen? We can make a lot of expectations from God. Forget about finishing sufferings. Why doesn't God make me fully knowledgeable? It's within His ability to do so. Why doesn't God release me from the material energy? Why is He leaving me here in the first place? Why doesn't He make me a God-realized saint? Now, let us think, are these demands that we put on God actually reasonable? Take God out of the picture for a while and consider the government of the country. Now we have prisoners because we've got so many prison houses in our country, and we have these prisoners. Now, if a prisoner says, it is within the purview of the powers of the government to release me, why is the government not releasing me? Why is the government so dysfunctional? The government will say it is within our purview and jurisdiction. But the question is, you take a look at what you deserve. You are in the prison house because that is what you deserve. And that is what you are getting from us. Don't blame us, blame yourself. Similarly, God's purview and jurisdiction is infinite. But we should take a look at what we deserve. It is said that the law of God is, you do not get what you desire, you get what you deserve. We are here in this material realm, which is ultimately a place of suffering. And we are here because that is what we deserved. Out of our own free volition, out of our own free choice, we made a decision that I wish to turn my back towards God. And that choice of ours to turn away from God brought us here in this material realm. So we are here by our own free choice. Now the world is a place of suffering because it is ultimately like the prison house of God. It is for souls like us who have not chosen God, who have chosen to go away from God in our consciousness. And hence, we are suffering in this world. For example, if you visit a hospital and you find all patients there, and then you go to the manager's office and say that why is it that this building is full of sick people? What's wrong here? The manager will say, you are looking in a hospital, it's natural you will find sick people. Similarly, when we look in this material world, where materially conditioned souls reside, it is natural that we find suffering. That is the nature of this world. Dukkhalayam ashashvatam. Don't blame God for it. If you want better, you deserve better. How do you deserve better? By turning around towards God, by becoming God conscious, by surrendering to Him. And then God says that this is not my only abode. I have my divine abode. न तद्भासयते सूर्यो न शशांको न पावकः यद्गत्वा न निवर्तन्ते तद्धाम paramam mama. He says, Arjun, having gone where once, the soul never returns to this place of suffering again. That is my divine abode.